I'm a writer. I didn't decide to be a writer, I just am. I began writing when I was quite young, but I spell like a rabid yak, so it took forever to proof literally anything. Then computers with spell check and grammar check came in, and my output took off. You're going to think I'm mad, but I'm writing this from the future. The words popped up on my computer screen in one of those IM message windows. I honestly forgot I'd logged on. I wanted to check some fact and minimize the window instead of closing the thing. The message didn't read like anyone I knew, and there wasn't even a fake online name at the top of the window. Better double check who you're sending this to, pal, because you're messaging the wrong person. After typing the message, I made the window vanish, then went back to work. It came back. What year is this? 2024, I typed. I tried to start working again, but I got another message. 500 years. I'm 500 years too soon. Look, I'm going to send you a list of names. If even one of these people has kids, then the world will end in 500 years. This was more than some sort of bad joke. This mysterious somebody was asking me to cold cock someone so their Mr. Happy didn't rise on the right, or in his opinion, wrong day. Dude, I am a middle-aged urban fantasy writer. I do fictional violence only. Reason won't help either. No one would believe me if I told them that some descendant is going to bring about the end of the world. So on the safe side, please do not have any descendants. Just because I'm a bit of a detail freak, I'm going to assume adopted child would fit the bill too. I began to feel uncomfortable about the whole thing. A list of names appeared in the box. I logged the conversation. Once this nut was done, I would forward the whole nonsense to the FBI. I was working on temporal physics when it happened. It was my passion, my dissertation. One afternoon, some army guys practically picked me up and moved all my research into a bunker and told me to get creative. Yeah, they do that, I typed back. Look, the power's going. I don't even know how I can see to type. The president went mad and reached for the football. He shot his bodyguards, then locked the Oval Office. He blew it all up. It's all black here. I knew what the football was, or rather is. It's the case that travels with the American president at all times. Its only purpose is to authorize the firing of nuclear missiles. The rest of the statement touched the deeper parts of my memories. It was one of my early short stories. I'd taken the concept and eventually turned it into a book. It might work, if this was real. Okay, Spooky McSpookerson, listen very carefully. I've told you what kind of writer I am, so you know I know a bit about this stuff. This is the year 2024, June, and you are as dead as my sex life. It's not dark because the power grid got nuked. There was an understandably long pause. We didn't make the shelter. I remember a laptop. I was typing instructions to my family, what they needed to do. My guy was losing focus, identifying too closely with his last moments. Understandable, yes, but for connectivity, bad. If he lost concentration, he might lose contact with this century. Listen to me. Just a short pause this time. The all caps did the trick. Okay, you're right. I need to focus. You are a ghost existing within the World Wide Web. If you want to look at it scientifically, life is energy, and you can't destroy energy, just cause it to change. Your desire to fix the problem someone else caused has sent you smack dab into a period of time where literally everyone and almost everything has some connection to the internet. If you can't use that fact to make sure these people meet and marry other people or simply die in some sort of traffic accident, then you don't deserve that doctorate you died before you earned. You're right. Thanks. I never heard from him again, and I didn't forward the conversation. What I did was start following the more notable names on that list. America does not have a nobility in the European sense, and yet it does, and their activities are written about. In 6 weeks, every single name on that list with the slightest degree of press visibility was dead. Traffic lights changed suddenly. Private planes crashed. The cruise control and fancy cars went haywire. One car mysteriously slipped into gear and drove off the top floor of a parking garage. I waited another month and did an obituary search for the lesser-known names. They were gone too. Innocent people died along with the ones on the list. If it worked, changed the future, I'd call it collateral damage in the service of a greater good. What bugs me is I'll never know if it worked.